Fellow citizens, I have, on behalf of the Patriotic Front, chosen this afternoon to congratulate the People's Republic of China on the 96th anniversary of the establishment of the People's Liberation Army of the people of China. The establishment of the PLA deserves to be congratulated and commended because the PLA, as many people may be aware, is not necessarily an army for warmongering. The PLA is a liberation army that over the years has been involved in the socio-economic life of the people of China and partners of China. This is the reason why the Edgar Chagwa Lungu government decided to request the Chinese people to bring the People's Liberation Army into Zambia to come and train our military people, not necessarily in warfare, but to train them in specialized fields, such as in medical fields. This is the reason why the PLA got involved in training our medical staff, military medical staff, at our recently rehabilitated Maina Soko Military Hospital. And once you go to Maina Soko Military Hospital, you will see that there is high quality equipment, but also high quality expertise. That expertise is largely because of the support that was rendered to Zambia by the people of China through the People's Liberation Army. They have also been involved in other fields such as agriculture and so on. And we ought to commend them for attaining 96 years and also to thank them for the contribution that they have made to our country and the contribution that they are making across the globe generally insofar as peacekeeping is concerned. They are unlike other militaries that are all into warfare, and all their training is only warfare, and all the time they are thinking about warfare. And the Patriotic Front is actually worried at the future prospects of the participation of the People's Liberation Army in Zambia's affairs, particularly given the fact that Zambia has now decided to make itself the host of the so-called AFRICOM, the command center of the United States of America Army. That will obviously make it very difficult for other armies such as the People's Liberation Army of China to participate in Zambia's affairs, particularly military affairs, because the Americans obviously would not like to get involved in any kind of activities in a country where the Chinese army is also involved. So our relationship with China, particularly with the People's Liberation Army, is going to be affected negatively by Zambia's decision to set up in Zambia the AFRICOM, the command center of the American Army. We would like to appeal to the Chinese people that this is but a very temporary setback. In a few years from now, obviously, the UPND will not be in existence as a government and will have to reverse, especially decisions such as the setting up of the Africa Command Center in Zambia. That decision will have to be reversed because it is not in the interest of Zambia, it is not in the interest of our neighboring countries, it is not in the interest of Africa, it is not in the interest of other nations that are willing to cooperate with Zambia. We have always been a non-aligned state, and this is the reason why we are getting cooperation from everywhere. But now that we are allowing ourselves to be commandeered by the Americans, it will be at the expense of the cooperation of other countries, which is obviously to the detriment of our country. I really pray hard that the Chinese will not completely forsake us, but that they will realize that this is just a passing phase. And I'm happy that yesterday the Chinese ambassador, His Excellency Du, did indicate that his government's intention is to strengthen the cooperation between the People's Liberation Army and Zambia. But that wish, I don't think, will be achieved because of the interference of the American people and the American army in the affairs of Zambia. So, citizens, I'd like to assure you that we are watching this space, and we shall be raising issues to bring them to your attention so that all citizens are aware of what is happening in our country. But those who would like to see the quality of work that is being done through the People's Liberation Army, you just have to go to Maina Soko and see the quality of service that you get at Maina Soko. And this also reminds me to say, yes, well done, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, for coming up with the idea to rehabilitate the Maina Soko Military Hospital, because that is a hospital of international standard. It is comparable to any other military hospital anywhere in the sub-Saharan Africa. Thank you very much, citizens, for your attention.